Hello everyone, so I'm glad you find my first tips and tricks video useful. We're gonna do another tips and tricks video. Again, it's gonna be a mixed bag of simple and advanced tricks. So I hope it helps you in one way or another. So let's get started with an unusual tip. So there is this mount hidden in the game. It has been added later on in the game, so it doesn't show up in your codex or your uh, or the paper doesn't show up as purple like it's supposed to. You can see here. You go to Cilius 5F, and even if you grab this note before, you gotta grab it again. Like you can see, you get this opal Dracorif turtle. See? So this turtle allows you to swim in lava without taking any damage. This goes for all the turtles, but this is this first turtle mount I got. So if you have another turtle, you can simply use that. But if you don't, you can grab this one and swim in lava like you can see. My friend unfortunately forgot his turtle mount, so he took some damage there. So yeah, you can swim in the lava with turtle mounts, and you can take some shortcuts in Silius Abyss or in other places. So this is the first tip, and let's do some more. Okay, let's talk about expedition pouches. So, as you know, when you send out your Amitoys, they have a chance of coming back with an expedition pouch, and every region has an expedition pouch. But when you click on the, when you hover on the expedition pouch, you cannot see the whole awards. It says +7, and I think the most important reward in the expedition pouches is the mounts and extra items they give. As you can see here, Daybreak Shore has this Kraken fishing rod. So if you still don't have your purple or level 3 fishing rod, you can try sending your Amitoys to Daybreak Shore. And the other stuff, for example, the other regions has different mounts and morphs. So you can check these out on the Questlog or Games Lantern or some Codex website. I'll post a link to this page so you can check out all of them. See, they made the right thing to display the most important award at top. So you can see this one gives Mystic Purpuma, this one Frost Luftrank, and Fenrian Skull. They are all listed at the top. I wish game also listed these at the top, but they don't, so you will have to check them out from this website. Yeah, so if you're missing any of these morphs and mounts, check out which ones you are missing, and you can send your Amitoys accordingly to whichever mount or light you are missing. Or like I said, there are some special items like the Kraken fishing rod. Check those out. Let's continue with another unusual tip. So in this game, as you know, stamina is a really important resource. So you use it when you fly, when you block, so use block ability, or when you dash. So it's an important resource to run down enemies or escape from them or reach certain places. So here is the actual tip. So when you equip 2 of these dimensional rings, you get a debuff, not a buff. So you never paid attention, do now. So it says stamina regen -1. The arrow is pointing down, not up. So this is actually a stamina debuff, not a buff. Most people think of it as a buff. And you might say, what's like 10 stamina debuff? It's not much. You can think of it like that, but actually a serious debuff. You don't want to have them both at the same time. Because you can see how slowly it regenerates now that I have both rings. You can see how slow it is. And let me explain why. As you can see, in your base stats, you have 40 stamina regen, 43. I have some bonus from equipment, 44. But when I equip 2 of these rings, it goes down to 30 because of the what's called stamina regen debuff. So it's actually a 25% debuff on your stamina regen. So yeah, never ever put those two rings at the same time. Unless it's a very specific situation. Even then, it's not worth it. So yeah, pay attention to that one and try not to use both at the same time. Okay, Purification Stone. So this stone is really important for every class, but especially glass cannon classes like mine, staff bow. You are CC'd and you are mostly the focus target in most fights. So you want to get this Purification Stone as soon as possible. It removes, as you can see, bind, silence, sleep, stun, a good amount of CC when used, but it doesn't remove certain CC effects like weaken, petrification, and collision. But it's really useful for the others, especially stun, sleep. You know this in this game, CC, a long time of CC is one of the main problems, like 4-second stuns, 5-second sleeps, stuff like that. So I've been meaning to craft this in for a long time now, but I kept forgetting about it. So let's actually craft it. These ores, you can get it from your daily farms. Regular Abyssal token farms from places like, you can get them from Abyssal contract dungeons, open world dungeons, Sanctum of Desire, Sordom Island, Shadow Crypt, etc. You know, and you can get the Abyssal aggregate again from your farms. But if you're missing any, you can get them from the auction house. Let's do that. Abyssal aggregate. You need 4, right? 4. And if you're missing any of the other items, you can get them from this Halloween event chests. You probably have one of these, so let's get them here. How we can craft it. And right. Oh, by the way, there's this statue. If you never noticed, you can test your damage here. Statue. If you destroy it, the NPC will repair it. Don't worry about that. So we're going to Sandry's Crafter. And Sandry's Crafter, it's here under other. Oh, it takes a good amount of solent to craft it actually. 2.5 million. Right, so you put this on your skill bar. You use it from here. And there's also another CC removal option, which is the remedy potion. Yeah, purification remedy. Since I used up all my abyssal aggregate, I can't craft one right now, but it's essentially the same thing. So, but this is more costly, you know. Every time you use this, you're gonna use an abyssal aggregate. So, I have some of these on you, like 5 or 10, for urgent situations. You can use them in succession. So this is on a 2-minute cooldown potion as well. So every minute you have a chance to remove CC. Potion you can craft it from the oven here under potions. You can craft it here. Also, in the most recent update from the devs, they said that they are looking into buffing the purification stone, and they will try to cut back also on the stacking CCs, which is good news, I think. Yeah, so make sure you get that purification stone as soon as you can. Okay, let's see the purification stone in action. See, I'm stunned. Simply pressed F4 and got rid of the stun. Okay, so if we didn't have the purification stone, see, you are stunned, CC'd for this long, can't do anything, takes a lifetime. So yeah, make sure you get this purification stone, it's really helpful. So there are new items in the arena shop since the patch 1.7. These are really good necklaces. You might want to get them to complete your builds. Some are really good for PvP, like this one. Strength, hit chance, max health, everything you need. One piece. Or if you're missing some other stat, you can use it in your different builds. For example, I'm using this Clasp of the Conqueror in my everyday build, but I have this more tanky strength build, which I'm using this necklace. So yeah, check those out. Okay, while we are here at the arena, let's talk about target selection and some attacking behaviors in this game. Make sure you check these out because some of these are really game changers. For example, even the simplest setting, like auto attack setting, here, toggle basic attack, was turned off, I think, at the game start. And once you started auto attacking, you couldn't stop. Like, as you can see, really move these controls so you can see better. Mouse controls. Like you see, you couldn't cancel it by any means. I'm moving, I'm pressing E to stop it. I can't stop it. The only way to stop the auto attacking was to press escape, which was annoying at least for me. So I turned this on so you can auto attack and stop whenever you want. This is, I think, really useful because when you're trying to lure monsters into one spot, you want to keep auto attacking, but you want to stop at some point to switch to other skills. So yeah, I mean, turn this on and always use your shortcuts for different builds, different gear. I assigned my equipment and skill bars to 7, 8, 9 and 4, 5, 6 on my numpad, which are easier to access in a sequential order. Okay, there are two more settings I think you should enable, which are disabled by default, which one is left click to move and the other is auto move within range to attack the target. So I really like this click to move because I'm an old school MMORPG gamer, and in most games I'm used to moving like this. One, and the other is moving within the attack range. So when you click on the spell, it goes in range to use it. Otherwise, it was just gonna say target too far, something like that. It wasn't gonna move in range. Now it does. Thank you for that one. So there are two interesting attacking options here, auto target options. So by default, I think these are also turned off, both of them. So when you don't have a target clicked, it doesn't do anything when you try to use a skill. But if you enable target mouse over, this is very useful. So instead of when I'm trying to use a spell, but I notice that I don't have a target, but I hover my mouse on the target. So yeah, just uses the spell. But this is very helpful. I'm using this option because when I'm chasing the enemy, sometimes you press the skill earlier, or when you forget to click or tab the enemy. This, so you can use this spell and just hover over the enemy you want, like this one. Yeah, this is very helpful. And also for, let's check out the other setting. Target, auto target nearest enemy. So what this does is when you don't have a target selected and you press the spell, it just does what it says, targets the nearest enemy. So this comes handy when farming situations. Let's try it out. For example, if I wanted to farm around this area, instead of tabbing or selecting these targets one by one, I can simply start using my skills right away. You can follow the on-screen mouse and keyboard, see the difference. I'm not tabbing anything, I'm not clicking anything, I'm just moving around with one hand, just using spells right and left. So this is a very good setting for some casual farming most of the time, but be cautious when trying to when using this setting, because it has unintended consequences. Like if you are in a dungeon, so if you are attacking this regular mob, but as soon as this other target dies, you get the next target. So the next target could be an arbiter, for example, or a mini boss, or a target you don't want to attract. So yeah, be very cautious when using this one. So I'm not using this one, I'm actually gonna uncheck it, but I'm using this one. So when I don't have a target, I can't attack, but I'm trying to attack, but I can simply hover my mouse on this one. There we go. Instead of searching for target like tab targeting, instead of searching like this, yeah, I'm using that one. So skill specialization is a really interesting and useful feature in this game. You can modify your skills, as you know, to do different things, make them more powerful. But some modifications completely change the skill itself. Like it's specifically says here that swap skill upon activation is completely modified in nature of the skill. These are just slight modifiers like reducing the cooldown, consecutive use, the damage boost, etc. But some completely change the skills. For example, this one. So I never paid attention to this one. I thought this was like a hook you can use defensively or offensively, like pulling a party member out of a sticky situation or teleporting to your party member. I thought this was all and just a cooldown, but I never paid attention to this one. But it actually turns into a shield spell, so it's really good. I'm thinking of incorporating this modified version of this skill in my skill bar in the recent feature. So yeah, try try out all the different versions of your skills, read them, but the skill descriptions are not always detailed or rather true. So I suggest you actually use the skill point, get the skill in your skill bar and try it out actually for yourself. So speaking of rings, I suggest you buy this Band of Universal Power as soon as you can after you complete your main items like your weapons and important armor pieces. I suggest you buy this because this is, as far as I know, the only item that gives you 4 stats same time, and it gives a serious amount, like a total of 12 base stats, so you can do different builds like 60-30, 50 or 60-60 depending on the situation or the play type you want. For example, I have like one all-around PvP mixed build, one for a tankier build with 50 or 60 strength, and one with perception, and this is the PvP build with 60 perception, 60 dexterity. So yeah, I strongly suggest this ring, and try to buy it right after the weekly resets, because this is a very rare drop which only drops from Queen Balandir, and the weekly resets rewards which I never got. I always got these unlock stones, never got something useful out of these. But yeah, there's only a limited number of them in the game, like you can see. Let's see its price right now. So its price is at 6k right now. It was almost 10k last week after the reset. So its price is only gonna go up. It's gonna be 7,000 tomorrow, 8,000 the other day. Then some more rings will come into circulation from Palantir and the weekly reset, so its price is gonna go down a little, but not too much. So yeah, it's a very good investment for you. Don't try to incorporate that ring into your build. Kinda expensive, but you can get it even as a free to play player like me. I'm an FTP player. Never spent $1 on the game, but I still got to buy all these items. I think I'm pretty much maxed out, except Belt of Bloodlust. So yeah. So skill conversion books. You probably have some of these in your inventory, in your storage, because early in the game they gave out some of these. But if you don't, you can get some from Battle Pass and Car Shop. You have these, you can buy them. Some people are confused on how to use them, but it's pretty simple. So you can simply swap or switch skills when you go to upgrade a skill and click on swap. So you can, for example, swap this green one with a purple 5. So essentially, serial firebombs skill will go to purple 5, vice versa. You can swap them out, or I mean, you don't have to necessarily upgrade. You can also downgrade them with the swap option. For example, let's go to this one, swap, and you can swap this and downgrade like so, or switch it up with 1 to 4. But there is some skills only swap with some other skills. I don't see the logic in this one, because these are all different types of skills. But yeah, there has to be a logic, but I don't know. You can only swap certain skills with certain other skills, as you can see. So this comes handy when you started off with a different weapon. For example, I started off in the game as a staff greatsword, so I have a lot of greatsword skills I don't use no more, or I don't intend to use. Or you can, for your current skills, for example, if you didn't like the skill or you wanted to change your playstyle, you can swap your skills with these books. Okay, Mystic Portals, I mean Mystic Globes, same thing. I like doing my Mystic Globes in the Grey Claw Forest, because there's a lot of globes in a small area, and I also almost know the exact spot of every portal. But people say if you do these globes always in the same region, you get less portals. So they recommend you do them in different regions to get more portals. But I'm not sure about that one. So let me know if you tested it out before. But yeah, I mainly focus on one region simply because I know all of the portal places. I don't want to go about learning all the other portal spots or watch YouTube videos every time I want to open some globes. So yeah, let me know if that's the case for you, or you get more, or you do your portals, I mean globes, in different regions to spam more portals. I don't know, but here is, I got a portal right away in my second globe. But yeah, my personal recommendation would be do them in the same spot, so you don't have to keep searching around for the portal spots, because like I said, I know all of them by heart. Yeah, see, it's exactly here, and there's one behind these mountains, etc. Yeah, so this was the whole point of this segment. That's my preference. I do them in one region, not to waste any time. And also throw some greens and blues in your inventory, so you can simply grab one of them and dissolve it right away, like so, to get your daily battle pass mission to this one completed. Because otherwise, if you don't have some in the storage, you have to go and actually try to get some green or blue drops to dissolve. So if you are a casual player, this is a useful tip, I think. So this is a very quick tip. If you want to go to Cornelius or Silius 3F for some reason. It's actually faster to fly down here in this hole right here instead of taking the waypoint teleporter. You want to fly down here. Also, while we're here at the Sundry's Crafter, you can craft some contracts here. So you need 10 green contracts to craft a blue one. But I don't do that because I have lots of blue contracts all the time. I'm sure most of you do. But you can also dissolve them if you don't like your blue contracts, but it only gives you 5, but it actually takes 10 to craft them. So I don't recommend you do that unless you absolutely have to. Okay, I think this is something everyone does, but just a reminder, when you're doing contracts, after a certain point you don't need any of these. What you're after is either a blessing pouch or these blue papers for your skill upgrades. So you accept the contracts you like, which are these in my situation, and refresh. You get one you like and then refresh. Like, I don't have anything I like here, so I'm just gonna grab one randomly. So making use of your greens and blues, don't dissolve them right away. Unless you didn't know, you can use these as a blessing to boost your blessings on your items. These green ones give like 8 blessing, and the blue ones give 40 blessings. So unless you didn't notice, you can use these blessings when to increase your chances next time you do an upgrade. So before getting rid of your especially blue and green items, and also some purples, you want to check the lithograph book for it, especially if their trait is worth nothing. So instead of dissolving them and simply getting magic powder, you can get some actually valuable items. For example, this is worth 10 lucent, which is basically nothing, and I could throw this into the lithograph book and get some heroic scepter and get some unlock stones for it. So yeah, like for example, you can check the other ones. There's a good chance these exist in your litho book if you haven't already thrown them here. Yeah, so you can get better items and give these better items for other materials like unlock stones, stuff like that. So when they're not worth anything, just throw them there instead of dissolving them. So in your weekly missions, you almost always have these craft and equipment mission. So why don't we just hit 2 birds with 1 stone? For example, let's check the armor crafter. We have these hats, lithograph book, and see if we're missing any. Yeah, so we're missing the fortune telling cowl. So let's just straight craft this one instead of farming it. There we go. Now we can throw it in the lithograph book and get some better rewards for it. So you can get these armor lithographs and get these armors, these event participation medals. I actually want to try out this tunic to swap it out with my Phantom Wolf tunic for PvP because it has hit chance on it. I'm gonna show you also a lazy way to get these medals. Currently I have 21 of them, I need 40. So let's attend. You can see the rewards here. So these low level ones don't give that medal. Only peace version and the dominion version gives the medals. You can see here. So we'll just go to mana wastes and like kill 5 mobs. We'll just kill a few mobs here and deliver to the NPC and wait it out, or just simply leave the area and we will get our medal for it, which is what we care. We don't care about the performance rewards, we just want the participation reward. So yeah, let's just kill a couple of them. Actually, let's kill this boss real quick and we should be good. Yeah, that's good enough. Well, you don't even have to kill the boss, you can just kill a couple monsters and be done with it. So I don't have to wait it out. I'll just leave the area and get my medal in the mail. This is a lazy way to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna do other stuff. Maybe some fishing. Or maybe some farm. Yeah. Okay, we killed a few mobs and we out of there. Because we are too lazy and we still got our fishing reward. Mail. Alright, this was all from me, guys. So let me know if you have other useful tips for us that we can all use. I hope you found them useful. Like always, good luck out there. See you in another video.